Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-December 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions to the channel. Please do if you haven't already subscribed, it would be lovely to have you. And let's see what we have for you guys. So, funnily enough, Sagittarius, I did do this reading before. It was actually the second reading I did for the mid-Decembers, and it just didn't feel right. The lighting was funny, the messages just didn't seem to be flowing, and I thought, I'm going to leave this one to the last because I feel like there's a great deal of significance attached to this in some way, and I don't want to do it wrong. There's just times where you know you're not meant to read this, so I'm here now. I apologize for the wait to the end, even though it is still your season, but some things just take time, okay? Now, you should be feeling lucky. And if you don't, bear in mind that just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not there. You know, that's where belief comes into. It's not, I'll believe it when I see it. It's, I'll believe it and then I'll see it. So many people definitely have little faith in the greater good. And they have little faith in the outcome, and they have little faith in the future. But not you guys generally. No. You are the archer, you're optimistic. You shoot your arrows where they go and you will follow them. Possibly at the expense of somebody else's peace. But at the minute you're feeling discord. Okay, you're feeling disconnected. You're feeling as if you are fighting for things rather than allowing them to come to you. Mars and Neptune are in Pisces. It's a bit of a squared off energy, I must admit. I'm under the impression that Neptune is causing a bit of discord. In particular for you. Now Venus, being in Scorpio in your 12th, there are some subconscious truths within you that need to come out and need to be admitted before you can progress with this Jupiter cycle. You need to admit something to yourself that you don't want to. You need to admit that you feel a certain way. You need to sort of unearth a few ugly things. That may not be what you want to hear, but there's something that needs to come out or needs to be addressed within you. I'm not saying necessarily from anybody else, but you're sort of trying to, could be dealing with a Gemini. You're sort of trying to progress, but you don't feel like your heart is fully in it. And that's because you're holding on to something too tightly that is not making you feel so good, you know, about yourself. And with your Jupiter cycle, you know, oftentimes you can just think, oh, all of a sudden everything's gonna go right. But sometimes something must first be released, you know. You only have two hands. The Fool. Beginning a new journey. I think this is sort of sneaky. You're trying to juggle a few things, and you think the more that you learn to juggle, the more things you can put up in the air and the more things can go through your hands. But not necessarily, Sagittarius. I think you need to let something go. But at the same point, you are committed to a new journey nonetheless. Could be to do with a water sign, or it could be in the artistic profession. Creativity could be your vice. Knight of Swords, so things are starting to move that little bit quicker. King of Wands is the challenged. And the Nine of Cups. I just knew this card was going to come up for you. It did in the one that I'd done before, I must admit. And underneath, the Tower. Okay, as I said, something is dwelling within you. The journey that you started is not necessarily smooth sailing, and we can tell that from the get-go with the Tower here. It's never an easy card to look at. It can oftentimes represent something sudden. In fact, very, very sudden, very swift. Knight of Swords. But this is in your positive position. I know that this flips. This is the challenge here with the King of Wands, and this is the positive. And what does the challenge suggest? It suggests that you're getting in your own way. King of Wands, when he's a challenged person, He can be stubborn. He can be a bit dogmatic. He can be a little bit headstrong. A little bit too impulsive. Don't rush this, Sagittarius. You're on a process. You're going on a journey here, and it's the right one, and it's going to get you amazing results. But you must first address the foundations. What assumption have you made which is incorrect, which is false? What is an illusion? What is a fantasy? It's true, not all wishes come true, because sometimes you're wishing for something which has absolutely no bearing on your life. It is distant, it is fanatical, you're not connected to it, and that's the difference. You may be wishing for something, like for example, a lottery win. You know, so many people are thinking, if you believe in the law of attraction and you believe in tarot and stuff, why don't you manifest a lottery win? Well, first and foremost, do you genuinely believe in it? There was a poll done, actually, with previous lottery winners, and the common denominator, the only common denominator, was that they all believed they would win it. They just had a feeling, right? So their connection to it was strong. Most of them said it didn't make them any happier, FYI. But if that's what you want to manifest and you feel connected to it, do it. Go for it. The sun until the 21st is in your sign. Jupiter will remain in your sign for most of 2019. We still have Mercury in your sign. That is a lot of cosmic support for you, Sagittarius. And we have the Nine of Cups. So hurrah, some kind of wish is coming true. That is true. But you might have to let something go to get it. You might have to accept that you were either lazy about something, you were non-committal about something, you were trying to rush something and you didn't care about the finer details, and it's come back to bite you in the ass before you can get it. Okay? There's something that needs to be addressed, and I feel very strongly that with Venus in Scorpio connecting to Mars in Pisces, Neptune being direct in Pisces now, a lot of this is to do with what's going on within your subconscious, particularly what relates back to childhood or the family. A lot of your self-esteem is linked in some way to your family, particularly if you're dealing with another water sign female in your family, a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer. There is some sort of deep, thoughtful connection there, which is affecting the choices that you're making in your day-to-day life. Now, for a lot of other people, this could be a romantic connection, of course, but she's looking at the Knight of Swords, and the King of Wands here is looking away. So you're back to back with somebody. You're not seeing eye to eye with a water sign, I feel. Or you may suspect them of looking for something else. It may actually be that the water sign is looking for something swift, and they're pushing it and pushing it, and you're not budging, okay? Or they may be trying to rush you and you're not ready. Either way, there's something here about rushing to things, and I don't feel like the intent is perfect. You know, I don't feel like the intent is crystal clear at this point. We're all coming out of a bit of a fog. We're all a bit dazed. We're all a bit Bambi on ice about things. Which is true. I'm definitely feeling a bit, you know, you think with the retrograde season ending, I get we're still in shadow, but you almost think all this stuff's going to suddenly happen, don't you? You feel like everything's going to suddenly move. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Mercury, because Mercury was retrograde in Sagittarius and Scorpio, and I don't know how it affected you guys, but it was the roughest it has ever been on me. I mean, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm thinking you guys, Sagittarius, Mercury in your sign, did you really feel the aftermath? Because it was so rough. I've never known a worse one. King of Swords, you could be dealing with an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini for sure, okay? I do feel Gemini is very strong, but we do have Aries, actually. The Five of Cups. Somebody is feeling very, very, very grief-stricken, or someone's been broken up with. With two knights in the positive, by the way. The Page and the Challenge. There's so many people. Judgment. Ooh, Judgment and the Nine of Cups. Now that is something. That's exciting. I like this. I like it a lot. Oh, and the Six of Cups. Judgment and the Nine of Cups. Now that is a real humdinger. That really is. Okay, so we have 2 knights in your positive position. So the people around you want to deliver you help. They want to deliver you support. You may be getting quite a lot of messages. I think your phone is going to be blowing up. Particularly with Mercury in your sign, there is definitely going to be a few messages coming through. Definitely a few invitations. Now, the Nine of Cups is going to be forever known for me now as the birthday card. It seems to come up anytime it's your season. You know? There's a lot of emotional satisfaction about this, yet there is kind of, I mean, he's on his own after all, but he's toasting to something. So it's an accomplishment of your own making. I don't think this is anything that's been handed to you. In order to get results, you must feel content with yourself and who you are. As I expressed in the beginning of the reading, Venus in Scorpio to me does suggest that you need to find inner happiness with yourself before you can proceed. Okay. I also feel very much as though this new path that you're going down is the right one for you. It really is. The Fool ending with the Nine of Cups means that you've made a really good decision. You've made a really good point of moving forward. If you have recently left someone, I feel like you did make the right decision for yourself. And talking about it with others is going to help you significantly. Or if you've been down in your luck for a while, you're having yourself completely reinvented. You're getting what you want, okay? It may not have been in the initial form, but you're waking up to a realization that maybe what you were wishing for before was actually not right for you. Like, it would never have made you truly as happy as you could if you wished for something similar, but different. Do you get me? This new journey is amazing. This is a winning combination. This is you beginning a new cycle of winning. Okay? I really, really like this. I feel like there's career advancement. I feel like there's relationship advancement. I feel as well like you may be going home for the holiday season and you may be finding that gives you some much needed perspective. This may also be that you're finally released from an ex that you've been pining over for a very, very, very long time. Or, of course, with the Six of Cups, there's always this attachment to it that can feel very nostalgic, as if an ex has returned. So it can be that. It seems to be very common in the tarot community about people that come in and out, right? So if this is, for example, that is happening to you, that's the energy you're going on, either you're going to realize it's not quite what you want and you're going to call time on it, or you're going to do it right this time, okay? Judgment and the Nine of Cups, as I say, you're on to a winner with something, Sagittarius, but I feel like it is primarily to do with the Fool's energy. Okay, starting a new adventure, starting a new project. If you began a new relationship recently with an air sign, I feel like that is very advantageous to your life. I feel like it's very promising, okay? Please don't stand in your own way. This came out as well for, I think it was Virgo. The Knight of Pentacles came out as their challenge, which when it's your court card, it means that you're getting in your own way in some shape or form. Don't let childhood memories, particularly if they're linked from school. Now I know this is interesting because this can apply to one person maybe, but it's almost as if someone was told they'd never succeed when they were very young, and it either challenged you to be better or it made you feel like you couldn't do better. And it's as if somebody is really remembering a painful memory from childhood and saying, I'm gonna show this person exactly how wrong they were. Do you know what I'm saying? This to me looks like that, challenging your childhood demons. Especially if it was academic. It's as if somebody told you you couldn't do something. I mean, you have a Page of Pentacles in your challenge, yes. You have a Knight of Pentacles in your corner. By leveling, what is looking after you is, you know, much stronger than what is challenging you. okay? Especially if it's linked to childhood, because we have the Six of Cups here. Now, I am going to go over this again before I lose my voice. And see what we have coming up for you, Sagittarius, in this final chapter of the year. Bear in mind the Sun on the 21st is going into your financial sector, giving you some much needed financial reprieve and a bit of luck in that sector, okay? Especially with the Knight of Pentacles on side. I mean, goo. They're also two very different knights, I know that. I will get to that. But one is very slow and methodical, and one is very quick. Page of Wands. Some of you are dealing with issues of children. You're desperately trying to make your children happy. You may be trying to give them a lot of presents or something, you know, with the festive season. The best thing you can ever give a child is your love and your encouragement, Sagittarius. So please don't bankrupt yourself if you're trying to impress kids. Kids don't really remember toys. Five of Swords. Okay. Five of Swords and Five of Cups. Interesting. Some of you have definitely been in an emotional battle with a female water sign. Eight of Pentacles assisting you. Challenging again is the Seven of Cups. And the Sun as the outcome. Oh, Sagittarius. You know, I thought Virgo got the best reading, but you guys have absolutely knocked it out of the park. I knew there was some reason that this was meant to be left to last. It's the best for last. Your future couldn't be any more upbeat. I mean, what do you expect with Jupiter in your sign? Jupiter being your ruler. I get it, yes. Everyone wants to be a Sagittarius at the moment. Yeah, as I said, even if it doesn't feel that way, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. The Sun and Judgment is feeling playful, feeling excited, feeling exuberant, feeling ready for life, ready to see what comes to you. Feeling like a child again, even. The Sun is very playful, and we have the Page of Wands to begin with. It's as if you're getting back your childhood. Happier days and happy news, you know, things coming through the, through the post, through the phone, things that are bringing you joy. And if you have reconnected with the partner with Judgment, I think this is probably going to be the time it works. Do you know what I'm saying? It's absolutely gorgeous energy, I must say. Judgment is an awakening, but it's a positive one with the Sun and the Nine of Cups. I mean, dear goodness, Sagittarius, this is just amazing. And it's something you've worked for. Don't feel like this is something that's just being handed to you. Don't feel like this is just pure good luck. This is also reward for a job well done. You've been working hard at something. You've decided to dedicate yourself to your craft, and you are one of those signs that is going to be so in the moment in the last half of December that you don't even care about the outcome, because you're making the most of what you're doing now. I've been telling so many signs to get into the moment of now, you know, the present moment. So many people are worried about next year or worried about the year that's just passed. And I understand with this time of year, but this is also your season, so you're focused on you and you're right now. You're working really hard, okay? And your hard work's going to pay off in spades. Now, as I wanted to address before, the Knight of Swords is very swift, quick-moving energy, but the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles are very slow-moving and practical, okay? What they mean as a trio is that you've been working very hard. It's been a long process for something, and now it's going to happen quickly, okay? So that's what that means. I know that it looks very opposing, but it basically means when the two of them are there, you've done the hard work, you've done the graft, and now it's going to start, okay? The wheels are set in motion. I also feel that this journey that you've committed to, so if you recently have come out of a relationship, or you recently have decided to switch jobs, this is a green light, this is go, okay? I know that it makes you feel a little bit uncertain, but you're so supported. I mean, this is just the absolute winning hand, isn't it? I mean, really. I know that it's not the Ten of Cups, and I know that the Ten of Cups has this happy couple, appearing side by side, but the Ten of Cups is also the 10. It's, the end of something in some ways. So this is the beginning part of a delicious journey, and it is really, really positive, Sagittarius. I'm very, very pleased about this. I think it's wonderful. You're following your calling. You're going down a better path. I don't know if you were necessarily going down a wrong one, but I think some of you were chasing negative relationships or negative experiences, thinking they would make you happy. And now you're listening to your inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Undying love. Okay, so some of you could be finding love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. And bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. Wow. Okay. And let's do some universal guidance, because the universe seems to love you. So please bear in mind, I know that some people are going to be watching this and thinking nothing is going right for me. It really looks like a lot of good stuff is coming your way, Sagittarius, so please be patient. As I say, it's not I'll believe it when I see it, it's I'll see it when I believe it, you know? Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help, okay? So be understanding with what's going on. If you are missing somebody, just bear in mind that maybe it was causing you more fear and you just needed some help to get, you know, around it. I recognize that I've chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. You're conquering your fears is one thing that I'm getting from this, Sagittarius. I mean, this seems to be quite... These universe cards are, you know, zoning into fear and illusion, you know. I'm going to do one more. Okay, it keeps telling you to choose love. So whatever it is that's popping into your mind, Sagittarius, it seems to want you to really choose love. Whenever you're feeling worried about the future, love yourself. Love the universe. Focus on what it is about this world and your life that you love. Devote your energy to it. If you have kids, concentrate on your love for them. If you have a partner, concentrate on your love for them. Concentrate on your love for yourself, because you seem to be unstoppable. There's going to be a lot to love about the end of this year, and going into 2019, it's going to be a powerful one for you, Sagittarius. So I hope you enjoyed that and got something from it. I love you guys, and I will see you in the January reads. Take care. Bye.